Oh, that might be the new. Okay, are we live? Yeah, I've been live for 13 seconds. In Jim Miller's garden, I'm gonna pick tomatoes. I got a few here. Let me turn the camera around to show everybody. Okay, here's a. This will be yellow when it ripens, but it's ready to pick and take in the house, and hopefully it gets ripe without deteriorating because I'm taking it up to Nana in the kitchen when I take them in the house. So this is a volunteer plant, and there's several more over there. There's some good sized ones. If they, okay, what happened to? I'm looking at. I brought up some of these. There was vines falling down into the sweet potatoes, and like this one, it's. I'll put it up here. So that might put tomatoes on way into the fall. So that's good. No viewers, but that's. Then all of a sudden there'll be 15, but we'll see. And I let these sweet potatoes roam into these peppers and tomatoes. I got tired of fighting it. I'm looking for a tomato or two. I don't think there's any there. Okay. Oh, that's a pepper. Where's that vine? Where's the... Okay, there's one here. Ooh, you're kind of... That's in the chili pot tomorrow. It's kind of icky. Here's another one. It's got cracks. There's some more green ones. This is another volunteer plant that I put there to finish out this row of peppers. That was several months ago. And here's these cherry tomatoes. Got 20 viewers. We'll stay and chat. Don't be shy. Don't be shy and subscribe. Okay. Got a couple there. Look at this pepper. Ooh, that's a sweet potato line. Okay, there's... I don't know if these are any good or not. No, I'll just let them be. They'll probably those probably drop, and they maybe, if they have seeds in them, they'll sprout next spring and might have some volunteer tomatoes. So I'm done with this little patch. Seven viewers. We need some chats. And some likes. Okay, this one is just, yeah, it's enough. It's turning enough. There's some down here. It's kind of warm out. Okay, well, what's this over here? This plant's all over the place. Okay. So this plant here, what happened? Oh, I'm trying to move it up, and I knocked its tomato off. But this plant here was in with tomatillos, and it was crowded out. it survived, and now it's got one tomato left because I knocked one off just trying to make it more, get more sun. But there's times when you do something and you make it worse. And that's okay. Here's this cherry tomato that's been really productive this year. This came in, oops, I didn't plant, and this didn't come from any of my seed, so this one came in on bird droppings, and I get tomatoes out of the deal, so that's good. All right, there's getting to be quite a few more on this. It kind of slowed down here. This one's red. Got 10 viewers, got a thumbs up. Some chats. Wow. Okay. Ooh, there's a bunch in the fence here. That one looks, oh, it's just barely turning. I'll leave it. Okay. Is there any, well, there's still tomatoes there. They're green yet. These are, I think, grape tomatoes that grew up into the black nightshades. And it's about done for the year. Okay, I'll get here's my 7th planting of corn, and it's not doing all that well. I think there's something in the soil that's killing some of the littler ones. It looks, whatever it's happening, there's plants, corn dying, and a lot of them are good shape, but we'll see. All right, here's some. These are planted on the other side of the fence, but I got to pick the ones on this side, and then I'll go over there and pick the rest. And the sun's still out in this little spot. And these are grape tomatoes. That's what Nana told me they are, but, well, they kind of come on like grapes. And these came in on birds. Boy, there's quite a few of them. Okay. Oh, very low quality what? Oh, something needs watering? Well, it rained today. Amber Lopez says hi. Well, hello, everybody. Got some chats. Got 4 viewers. Oh, don't call me low quality. It's pretty good quality for not having to shell out any money to buy the seed or anything. I wonder if it needs water. Well, they're going to be high quality when they go in the chili pot. Quality video. But I got it on my cell, or on my the cell tower is a couple blocks. Poor job in the garden for this kind of thing. It's another red one. See, now the sun's setting and it's getting shady right here. I should do a time lapse. Something like that. Come on. some more. Here's 3 viewers. We need some chats and some likes. Here's a little one. Okay. It may have needed water. I'm not going to water this. It's late in the year. I've done enough bailing out of the creek. Drought resistant. And here's these climbing beans. And when I picked them the other day, and I went down here and looked at where the plants were planted, there's only 2 left. And the 2 are taking up this entire fence. I made beans and potatoes today with onion and bacon, and it turned out real good. I made enough for like 4 much. It may wind down, and well, there's some. No, that is some kind of a climber. That's a weed. I'm looking for blossoms. You know, I don't see blossoms. Much for blossoms. So, what I'm gonna I think, and I'll let them to turn to go to seed, because I like these climbing beans. I don't know what they are. They're part of Mama's bean stash that she kept in the freezer, and I got them, and these grew. One plant climbed the fence, and this is the 3rd generation of those, and I want to keep some seed, so I'll keep a good maybe 10 pods, and I'll have enough seed for a couple years. I got some seed from last year, but I want to keep it going, because I like these. Those beans. They produce in the spring, and then through the summer somewhat, and now they've come back pretty good. And other climbing beans I've had, they die in the hot summer, and I want to keep those so I can have beans in the fall when I don't have much corn to eat. So, and I got a row of cabbage here that and I'll try to overwinter them and then have cabbage next spring. But they could make cabbage here in the winter, so we'll see about that. So, get back to tomato picking. I got one here on this volunteer that was growing in the onion row. Okay, what's this one got? I'm too lazy to put a trellis, and I'm using the marigolds as a trellis, so I want some nightshades. That one's sweet. Oh, I hate these stems. That one don't. Oh, I dropped that one. Well, that's okay. Here's got about 4 tomatoes here on this volunteer that that might be in the chill tomorrow. It hasn't rained that much. It's only rained 60 hundredths the last 2 days, and it rained like 17 a few days. This hasn't rained that much. Why are they splitting? And here's a nice watermelon. Okay. I picked one earlier a week ago, and it was not quite ripe enough, but I'm eating it anyway. It's the seeds look ripe. The flesh is kind of light pink, but it tastes pretty good. But I could have let it go another couple weeks, and I don't see anything on that one, on that volunteer. This is part of the rescue garden. That there was a volunteer, and I put some squash plants that were growing and stuff, and watermelons, and that's pretty much wound down. 4 viewers. Like and subscribe. And here's another volunteer. And just gonna have to watch it. What I'll probably do is I'll take them up and put on top of here, because I just don't feel like putting a trellis and wasting zip ties for something that might not even do much. Okay, well, this thing's about giving up. This is my tomato that it died. It was growing in the garden last fall, and I took it in the house, and it's done. So 10 viewers, and I want some chats with the 10 viewers. Let's see, this one here, this is another volunteer, and that might be probably a Cherokee purple right there, because there was Cherokee purples here before, and my plant died, but then it kept going, and there was some grape tomatoes. I think that plant died. They shadowed the beefsteaks real tall. And this beefsteak here it's got a lot of tomatoes, but they're green. So here's this Asian garden. Got some cabbage and some Napa cabbage and some bok choy, but I don't know if these things are going to work. They look like they want to bolt. They want to go to seed instead of making a head. So I'm kind of disappointed. Maybe some of these later ones will do that, but I don't like the trend. They look nice. Put in the hot pot, so okay, I don't. There's some, but I think the summer was hot and kind of quit producing, and now they did start putting on tomatoes. Marigold. Look, this whole area is marigolds. I just let them grow. They look pretty in the fall, so I'm going to move out of that. And I think I didn't get started in the house, so I'm going to go on these. That one's still green. This one is. I'll pick it anyway. It's got a bad. It's more in a spot. Okay, this one. That looks like a Cherokee purple. Axe. No case could be bigger, but this was. I think I got a lot of Cherokee purples down here in the lower part early in the summer, And it's, oh, there's one high. There's one up there up getting ripe up high. And it's got cracks though. So, and here's this one with the small ones. 5 viewers, 2 thumbs up. Ah, the worms came back. I haven't sprayed for a while because it's been maybe tomorrow. I might, but I got chilly. Not do it tomorrow morning. Okay, I'll get these. I hope I remember where my spot is. This is my bucket tomato. Oh, well, I'm going to keep watering it because it's got some sprigs down here. But this part here died, and these tomatoes they're getting shrivelly a little bit. Shit. I'll pick that one because the vine's dead. I'll leave that one. So, all right. And here is my potted tomatoes. I get volunteer tomatoes that I have no place for them, and I just put them in pots. Ooh, I think I didn't see these last time, and they got pretty ripe. And my toilet tomato. You've had a good year, toilet tomato. There's still some little ones that'll, if they don't freeze, they may bloom and get a few more. Well, let's see, I'll go up this direction. In this plant here, it took forever. It bloomed and bloomed, and it didn't put tomatoes on until fairly recently. And now the first one's getting ripe, and it'll probably not get any more. Okay. I'm waiting for this pineapple to get ripe. It might ripen in the house. It's kind of, if it gets cold and wet, I'll take the pineapple in the house, because I had a pineapple out one year in the cold, wet weather. It wasn't freezing, but it died. Getting a few in the bucket. Ooh, why did these? I don't know why. There's a good number of splitting ones, but it hasn't been overly wet in the last couple weeks. So I've been watering these when they need it. Okay, I'm gonna check this one out. These two, I think. Oh, I think there's a ripe one over here. Yeah, that was good. I don't know what. That could be a yellow one too. Who knows? These have done pretty well. Okay, there's something that's turning up here. I think that was probably. Well, here's one here. A couple. Those are nice. This can be a good number on that one going into the fall. Okay, I'm gonna look around for. Well, I'm gonna I don't think I'll find any more because I kind of covered it. This is a volunteer plant that if I wasn't lazy, I'd tie it up. I'll just kind of wrap it there. Okay. I wish this mirror cracking, messing it up. Going up in the tomato cage. Where's the... And there's a tomato branch there. It's okay. I think I'll be out tomorrow. I'll see. I'll see a couple tomatoes I miss. Okay, I'm gonna go work on these. From the other side. This grew in the squash hill, and the squash are long gone. Let me look at these asparagus. I should have maybe cut those. Yeah, I'll check them tomorrow. I don't know. There's a plant right here. I thought this one died, and I weeded it and I hoed over the top of the hill where the hill is, and it didn't kill it. So, and then it came back. So, and I'd like to get a lot of asparagus here, but just to show Nana, I can get her a whole bunch to. She likes to cook with asparagus. All right, okay, I'm gonna look at this one. I don't see any. Ducks, don't mess with my maters. The neighbor's ducks. I don't see anything. Are your tomatoes ready? Well, I'm gonna pick those. I might ask. This is oh, I hate the train. This is growing out of their compost. I'll get that one. So tomatoes are growing out of a compost bin that settled a lot. I don't know how it made it. It was in the shaded so bad. And then where her bunnies were, there's a lot of tomatoes growing. So well, that one over there is probably there may be tomatoes on those, but we're getting poor sunlight hours. All right, I'm gonna go over and pick the ones. On the raised bed. Here's Sweetwater Creek in Sweetwater, Tennessee. It's getting pretty low. The weather forecast, they were talking about flash flooding. And I thought, no way. It's got to rain about 6 to 9 inches before that water's going to come up hardly any. Okay. Man, that lawn's growing again. I was hoping I would mow when the leaves drop, but look at this grass. Oh, it ain't that. It ain't all that. Well, if I wait, it'll get tall. So I might, I don't know, I don't want to mow. I don't want to mow that bad. There's one there. And every time I touch that one, tomatoes drop. So I'm going to try to leave it alone. Okay. Well, there's one here. 2, 3. Come on. Come on. Well, okay, I got them. All right. I'll try to get up here in the bed and someone said, what did they say? They said, very low quality. I think there's not a water issue. I think it's a fungus issue. This is getting to be really shady down here. It looks pretty down there in that pail. Different colors. Oh, there's a gob there. I'm going to get those when I get over there. Here's one. Okay, there's a... I'm lucky I'm getting tomatoes here because the groundhogs are eating them. Oh, yeah. And I think I yelled at them enough to keep them out of the garden. Okay. 2 viewers. I think I got all of them. I don't know. Trying to step out of these cages. I put these cages up for the groundhogs to leave stuff alone. It didn't really. Oh, this one's got a big tomato. So that's a different. That's not a grape tomato. That's just your whatever tomato. Well, that'd be fine. But there's some red ones down here of the grapes. Where was that? Oh, here it is. It's from over there. And it dropped its branch over here. So I'm kind of happy there's more of a traditional tomato bunch. Okay. It sure gets dark early. I'm glad I timed it when the sun was up. Oh, there's one there. Oh, let's see if I can reach that. One there, missed. Oh, there's some over there. Homemade raised garden beds. One viewer. I'll tell the story of the garden bed to the one viewer. I've been cutting down trees, and I think a lot of this was last year's. This first part were last year's trees, and I said, well, I'm just gonna use some limbs and dirt and stuff and make a raised bed over here, and this other part is trees I cut down this year, and you put big limbs in the bottom, and then you add smaller, and then you get dirt and leaves and stuff, and it's worked pretty good for me. Three viewers and no chats for the longest time. I'm thinking to run a live stream and make chili, but I don't know how to approach it. How would I set up the camera? And because I'm moving all around the kitchen and I'm busy, and I mean, I could figure out a tripod, and I don't think it'd be very entertaining, but it might be. So, and this one's pretty full. This is another grape tomato volunteer that started here, and I left it. And I had corn growing here, and it's long gone, and now the tomatoes left, and it's got a lot on this picking. Okay, I got a mosquito. I don't know if I got him or not. Let's see, get this one. Well, how many? Just 38 minutes. Whew. Sometimes out here, 80, 90 minutes. Okay. Don't see many more on this. I'll pick these two because they're just turning. Okay. It's rained. Well, I've been watering them. There's a few mushrooms. I wouldn't want to try them. Ooh, that's got a spot. I'm going to pick that. That's too far gone to... It might be in the chili pot tomorrow. I'm just going to do a look at the peppers and see if there's any bad ones. And I got a tomato over here to pick a few more tomatoes. I can see some red ones. Now look at these peppers. These are giant Marconi peppers, and they've done pretty good. That's got a bunch. Now this, I'm gonna have to break down and add get a stick and some zip ties and string and tie it up. So I can just start picking here. 3 viewers. This tomato came up here and I didn't move it, and it was probably going to compete a little with the peppers, but I don't think it has. I don't think I ever watered it. I might have. No, I don't really watered it. I don't think I watered it the whole summer. It gets water. It gets water where I water around the peppers. And here's. Anybody know who's playing football tonight? Probably some. That one last Monday or Thursday was good. I can't remember who was playing. The Ravens Detroit game was real good, and Detroit looks like they're going to punch you in the mouth. The Ravens are a physical team, and they just absolutely got punched in the mouth on the run game, and Detroit just ran them over late in the game. So that was kind of a bit of a surprise. 5 viewers talking about football. Who's playing tonight? I got about an hour before the game. Okay, I'll look at this pepper. That one's, I picked them a few days ago. Got a whole, this pail was heaping full of peppers, and I got them in the fridge, and there's going to be a point where I'm going to have to start freezing them. That one looks okay. I don't know why they're not blooming anymore much on the certain ones. This one here is, these are red. They got red peppers, but there's no small green ones. So what's going on? And I've been watering it when it needs. And let's see. There's a nice red one. I don't know. There's some growth there. That's curious. I don't know. It may be done for the year because it's come to a point where frost is maybe a month away, and that might be the end. So if there's no signs of blooming, then it'll take a couple weeks to bloom, and then it'll take another month to have a pepper. So some of these might be pretty much done. There's some blooming here. So last year I picked peppers, the same kind of peppers, November 29th, and there were all different sizes of peppers, and this year looked like the pepper season might be a little shorter because of just, I don't know, hot summer. Look at all those little ones. There's about 20 in a little spot. So I don't see any more bad peppers, so that's good. And 2 viewers. Like and subscribe. If I didn't really have a lot of viewership tonight. That's what I got. Unless I find one more. I'm gonna go to the front again and end this in the live stream. End of the live stream. It's getting dark. Yeah, I think that one's been. Okay, no viewers. Yeah, I think I got them all. All right, I'm gonna flip around and look. You're gonna see a sweaty mess. A sweaty. Look at this. And it's the South. If it was midsummer, I'd just be totally wet. But well, thanks for watching in Jim Miller's Garden. Uh, I may do a whole garden video at a certain point. There's still a lot of things to look at. So, well, thanks for watching. Pick tomatoes.